in my hands, I have a reel from Lew's. And if you guys didn't know, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Lew's reels. And this is a special one because not only has this been the first time that Lew's has ever made something like this, it kind of fits along the type of fishing I like to do, inshore fishing, when it comes to BFS and finesse. And no, this is not a BFS reel, but it'd be hard to argue that it could, compete with the BFS reels in the market because of the shallow spool that Lew's has included in this model here. And what we're talking about is the new Team Lew's Pro SP. Without further ado, let's go to the bird's eye view, get an unboxing, and show you this new reel from Lew's. I do love Lew's. I'm a big fan. Highly recommend a lot of their reels, especially their custom light SLP. Very nice reel, very small, and I use it in my lineup. Anyways, we have the Lew's Team Lew's Pro SP. What does SP stand for? Well, SP means skipping and pitching, and I can already hear you guys. Well, Nick, didn't you just say you can use this for finesse fishing? Yes, you can, because of this spool design from this new Lew's. So without further ado, let's go into unboxing. But before I do that, let's take a quick look at the specs here. You got 8+1 ball bearings, 8.3 to 1 gear ratio. It weighs 6 ounces. 33-inch retrieve per turn. Oh, max drag of 20 pounds, but that's not surprising coming from Lew's. Lew's is well known to have high drag power in their bait casting reels. You got speed gears, P2 super pinion, aluminum frame. That's a good one because I'm going to be using for salt water, and you want something that's going to be resistant to salt water, and aluminum is as best as you can get. Quiet cast, ACB, centrifugal brake system, which works in conjunction with the spool. But anyways, okay, I'm talking too much. Let's get it open here. This is the first time I've ever opened this. Oh man, that's pretty tight. And what do we have here? Let's check it out. Maintenance guide from Lew's. Tell you where to oil, all that good stuff. Okay, very good. Thank you. Improving casting performance. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Whew, there she is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hey, look, we get oil. Something that Daiwa doesn't give to their customers, but Shimano does and Lew's does. Thank you so much, Lew's. I love their oil. Very, very good oil. And I appreciate them giving it to their customers. And here we go. There's nothing else in the box. We'll put that to the side right there. Put this right there so you guys can see. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. That's a very black reel. Like a matte shiny black. Does that make any sense? I guess. And the spool, man, the first thing I noticed is this bronze spool. I mean, it is very, very shallow, meaning it is thick, and you're not going to hold like 300 yards of 20-pound Power Pro. There's no way you can do that because this is a shallow spool and is designed to be skipping and pitching, and you can use this for finesse fishing. Right off the bat, the reel is very, very smooth. Love that clutch button. And yeah, I actually like the clutch button where it's located. Most of these reels from other companies besides Shimano and Daiwa, the clutch button's a little bit lower, so it's a little bit more awkward when you try to fish one-handed with your rod in your dominant hand, whatever hand you're using. I like to be pushing it down with my one thumb only, like that. Classic EVA knobs from Lew's, that's what's expected. Although some of their models you can get the wind grip knobs. Let's see, does it have a drag clicker? No, it does not. Unfortunately, one day, hopefully Lew's will provide a drag clicker for the bait casting reels, because that is the trend going these days with bait casts, is to have that clicker to make it sound like a spinning reel. But anyways, here's your centrifugal force adjustment brake here on the outside. Oh, look at that skipping. That's cool. Let me turn this. Okay, very audible, tactile feel with the knob itself. Very solid, feels very tight. Skipping, okay, free. I guess 5 is kind of medium. I guess the orange part meaning a lot more brake is going to be put, where it's white meaning the brakes are going to be pretty much let off, and it's going to be just spinning, spinning, and spinning. Yeah, but overall impressions is pretty good, man. I really like that shallow spool. As I said, this is the first time Lew's has ever done this to any of their reels, and that's what I'm looking forward to using when I'm throwing lightweight lures. Now, is it going to be able to throw a 1/16 ounce bugs? Probably not, to be frank. Let's take a look at the inside here. Probably not, but will it be able to throw a 1/8 ounce swim hook with a light, really small 3-inch paddle tail, yeah, I think it would. And maybe even a 1/16 ounce swim hook with a heavier paddle tail to give it overall a heavier weight. Yes, I think it should be no problems at all, especially if you're a big Lew's fan. The spool is pretty light, man. I mean, that's pretty impressive here. The lighter the spool and the shallower it is, it means you're able to cast really small lures. I mean, that's how BFS works. Shallow spool, lightweight spool. So be able to spin and turn, you don't get backlash. Obviously, you got to use the correct line for this. I'm going to be using Varivas, most likely 1.2 gauge because it's really thin. I'll be able to fit probably close to 100 yards of that 1.2 gauge, which is around 23 pounds of power. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. The brake system is typical Lew's right there, which you can use I think you can adjust these with these plastic pieces right here. I'm not 100% sure though, but I mean, I'll play around with it. But yeah, that's really nice, very smooth. Everything fits really, really nice. Taking a look in the inside right here, as you guys see, this is a made in Korea reel. Lew's are made in Korea, which are high quality reels in my honest opinion. They make really good fishing stuff, almost up with the Japanese and Malaysians, to be frank. I'd rather buy a Korean reel than say like a reel that's made in China or Vietnam or any of the other smaller Asia countries. Malaysia is pretty good too. I mean, they make a lot of reels for Shimano and Daiwa, etc. But yeah, Korea, they make really good stuff, to be frank. All right, Nick, so you showed us the spool. Obviously, that's the main event. What else makes this reel special? Okay, let's talk about the features. Once again, you have a 9-bearing system with stainless steel double shielded ball bearings, meaning that yes, you can use this in saltwater, and let's not forget the frame itself is aluminum, so you have corrosion resistance. And a lot of you guys that like to bead on your reels and love to use Lew's reels, this would be a great choice to use in saltwater. You have graphite side plates right here, which reduces weight, and as you guys saw in the specs in the beginning, it weighs around 6 ounces, which doesn't make it the lightest reel in the world, but honestly, it's not too bad, to be frank. And honestly, if you replace these handles with a carbon fiber handle, that would probably at least take 0.3 ounces up to half an ounce off, and this could be a mid 5-ounce reel off the bat. EVA grips makes it a little bit heavier too. Once again, we have a shallow spool. It is drilled and forged anodized duraluminum. Basically, that's a fancy word of aluminum. Very high quality. Love the color scheme. It's very well made, very well machined. Fits very nicely within the reel itself. The gears inside is anodized aluminum. It's not brass, so that might be a little bit of concern to some of you guys, especially freshwater fishermen. Love to use brass reels. Don't know why, but I myself personally prefer the aluminum because I like the lightweightness. It has corrosion resistance. A lot of people will argue, well, brass is stronger, it's denser, it's going to make the gears last longer. You don't have to worry about them grinding or breaking or anything like that because aluminum is softer. But my argument to that as long as you take care of your reels and you maintenance them and you don't get any, corrosive water or material inside of it, I think you'll be okay. Once again, you have a 95 millimeter anodized aluminum handle with EVA knobs, a zirconia line guide right there, carbon fiber drag system, but once again, it is no drag clicker, which Lew's, please, for God's sake, make a baitcasting reel with the drag clicker. Have a speed keeper here somewhere. Where did it go? Somewhere here. I think it's one of those things where, oh, here you go. Your speed keeper right there, just like that. You can pull it out like that to keep your hook there. Back to the spool itself, we have a knot slot in the spool itself, so you can hide your knot when you tie it on, when you tie your braid onto your spool or your fluorocarbon, whatever the case may be. So you can hide it and it doesn't get away or doesn't get in line or messes up the line management. And with all Lew's reels, you have externally lubed port right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I am looking forward to using this. I think I'm going to be pairing this with an old 18 suppressor, most likely light action or medium light. I haven't decided yet, but I am really loving this new Pro SP, man. This is a very nice reel. And like I said, this just came out less than a year ago. I would say about 6 to 8 months ago. Let me know what you guys think about this new Lew's reel. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you like the color scheme? Do you like the design? What are your thoughts on the new shallow spool? Will it work for finesse fishing, like the type of fishing I like to do, throwing small little bugs lures on ultralight all 18 buoyancy rods or suppressor rods? Let me know down in the description box below. And yes, if you're looking to purchase a Lew's reels, I have a direct discount code directly from Lew's. They give you free shipping. It's in the description box below, so check it out, guys. But thank you. I love every single one of you guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.